What it do, what it ain't, it's your boy Sharp B, Mr. Paul Middle Prince, Red Cup Chronicles back in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was going to be back doing this thing more often, and here I am. I'm doing that thing, you know what I'm saying? Check out the merch, Battle Tested God Approved, by my brother and my big homie Marcus Banks, support a black clothing line, you know what I'm saying? Get it like that. Hit me up or hit them up in they Facebooks or whatever. Get your merch. They got t-shirts, sweats, stuff for the ladies and everything. But let's get right into what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about Scottie Pippen and this Michael Jordan fiasco or whatever he got going on. He has a new book coming out, you know what I'm saying? We seen excerpts from this book a couple of months ago when he was talking about Mike. I'm always a believer in people speaking their own truth because that's how you feel, and that, you know, that's how your truth is to you. But in this situation, is not reality. You feel what I'm saying? What Pippen is conveying to the people is not accurate at all. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make it seem like Michael Jordan threw him on a bus and events didn't happen. The events that was in the Last Dance documentary absolutely happened, and Pippen. Those are your downfalls. If you know you want to call them downfall because you still seen, you know, recognized as one of the top 50 greatest players in NBA history. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what I do want to say, you know, as far as Pippen coming across saying Mike wanted to make people, this new generation, feel like he was still bigger than LeBron or, you know, saying or whatever. Just for me, being a Michael Jordan fan, growing up and seeing everything throughout his career and everything, it might have a little truth to that, but at the same time, I think Mike just, in his heart of hearts, said, like, I'm better than LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this documentary was going to come out anyway, so I don't really get it. Okay, you know, some people saying, well, he said he gave the go-ahead when Cleveland won the 3-1 comeback against the Warriors. Okay, blah, 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 whatever. But let's get into Scottie Pippen's real gripes. First of all, he says Michael Jordan wouldn't have been Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen. That's a lie. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan before Scottie Pippen. You understand what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was this big NBA phenomenon, basketball phenomenon before Scottie Pippen got there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the league was around Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. And then this phenomenon came and they's like, yo, we got to market this league after Michael Jordan. And he was losing it. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what I'm got to get to. Michael Jordan didn't become a champion until Scottie Pippen came, and Scottie Pippen developed into an all-star player, which we might lead to say Michael Jordan pushed him into being that all-star player. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Pippen, you can't have it both ways. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan before you got there. You feel what I'm saying? Michael Jordan became a champion after you got there and after you developed into the player you became. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that narrative is out the window. You understand what I'm saying? Secondly, The Last Dance. When The Last Dance was announced and everything, I don't know about the rest of y'all. I knew it was going to be a documentary about Michael Jordan from the time that he came to Chicago until the time that the dynasty ended. I didn't think it was just a documentary on just the 97-98 season. Well, we're going to do 10 episodes about one season? That doesn't make sense. Not at all. So for Pippen to be like, oh, it's your why these things in here, and because it's from Michael Jordan's perspective, and it's about his tenure through the whole dynasty. Even 93, 94, when he said you wasn't there, Michael Jordan has relevancy into that because the Bulls was on the way to win possibly a championship without him. You know what I'm saying? And that derailed it. The 1.8 seconds in the Phantom Code, that derailed it. And he was still interacting with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, just calling, you know what I'm saying? Maybe interacting with Phil or whatever. So it definitely has, you know, it has logic to be in the last dynasty. I mean, the Last Dance, pardon me. Now, I guess I would have felt a kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, you highlighting the 1.8, but it happened, Pippen. It happened. You didn't want to go in a game because you couldn't take the last shot. And that year, as a Bulls fan, we saw Tony Kukoc hit 4 or 5 game-winning shots. Like, come on, man. Like, to me, that is a definitely selfish act. It just is. And this is not a bad Scottie Pippen rant, because I love Scottie Pippen as a player. You know what I'm saying? He one of the greats to me. Like, when I was a Bulls fan, go Scottie. When he went to Portland, still go Scottie, because he helped me have some joy in my life. You feel what I'm saying? Secondly, the contract thing. Jerry Reinsdorf told you not to sign the contract because it would be undervalued in a year or two. He told you. But if I'm Pippen in that same situation, I can't say I wouldn't have signed it, because his dad was crippled, his brother was crippled, he was already having back problems. So I can't say whether I would have signed it or not. But he told you he wasn't going to renegotiate the contract, Pip. You signed it. So now you can't get mad at Jerry Reinsdorf for saying, I'm not going to re-up. I'm not going to renew it. You signed it. He told you this. So for Michael Jordan aspect in the 97-98 season, when he says Pippen was being selfish, I absolutely agree. Pippen said out his own mouth, I'm not messing up my summer. You know what I'm saying? The rehab or whatever. I just do it during the season. Absolutely selfish. And for people to come on here, or might come on here and say, Shaw, you say Kyrie Irving not selfish. That's totally different. That is totally different. We dealing with a new vaccination. He doesn't want that to go in his body. That's totally different. If Pippen was going to say, I don't want to have a surgery because I don't believe in surgeries, bam, then we have, all right, I wouldn't have no problem with that. I don't believe in surgeries, blah, blah, blah. But so that's a totally different situation. So I absolutely agree with Michael Jordan, you being selfish during that situation. Let me see. Number 3, he says Michael Jordan got all the credit when they won, and when they lost, the supporting cast got all the credit. Got all the blame. Scottie, you was there from 87. You got there in 87. Y'all won your first championship in 91, right? In 91. So those years and first of all, 87, 88, I think you didn't even start. You know what I'm saying? You didn't start to the second, 88, 89, right? Y'all lost to the Pistons, the eventual champions, right? Those years. Y'all haven't grown enough. You know what I'm saying? So you might have got some blame on it. You know what I'm saying? You might have got some blame on it. But in totality, if you really look back on it, they were saying Michael Jordan couldn't win back then. He doesn't have it. So I don't understand that argument. Number 2, you definitely gets the blame for losing in the Eastern Conference Finals in Game 7. You had a migraine headache. You couldn't perform. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's a sickness, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't perform, bro. So, of course, people going to look back to that game as the Scottie Pippen migraine. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these things happen, Scottie. They're not fake. They're not made up. These things absolutely happen. So you can't blame somebody or anybody, because honestly, the average Chicago Bulls fan or NBA fan saw these things and like, yeah, Scottie, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you had a migraine, whether the moment was too big for you, you know what I'm saying? And the Pistons even said it when they came up with the Jordan rules. We're going to beat up Mike. We're going to beat up Pippen. Pippen is not mentally strong enough yet. You know what I'm saying? These narratives was not just painted in The Last Dance by Mike. It's known. It's known. So at this point, I feel like Pippen is a disgruntled ex that wants credit. What do you want credit for, bro? Like, what do you want? Do all them bad things I just said, you still regard as a top 50 NBA player of all time. In the 90s, you made the all first defensive team every year, bro. The 1 year without Mike, you was in the top 5 to win MVP, bro. Like, what do you want? You want him to sugarcoat everything? No, them things happen. Those things happen, bro. It's not like they're fake. Scotty, like, I know you know, he's going through a lot. Son passed, wife was stepping out. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like this is his therapy. The last shot on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you Michael Jordan not even caring. Michael Jordan's laughing. Like, and the thing about it, like I said earlier, Michael Jordan Hall of Fame speech. I couldn't have done this without Scottie Pippen. You feel what I'm saying? In The Last Dance, you cannot mention Michael Jordan, the champion, without mentioning Scottie Pippen. I don't understand it, bro. Like, somebody give me some logic to this. You know what I'm saying? And then them years when you was underpaid, every NBA championship finals that Mike won the MVP, he gave you a car, bro. He gave you a car. And for those that don't know, Scottie Pippen made more money in the NBA than Mike did. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, bro. I just don't understand. I don't know if Scottie Pippen felt like they were friends, but it's kind of like they never hung out together. You know what I'm saying? It was just teammates. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my point of view. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Scottie just venting, trying to sell a book. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to get to a bag at this point. You know what I'm saying? Some of this stuff is just like, I just don't get it. Like, it's kind of like, it doesn't make sense at all. But like I keep saying, everything that he's griping against happened. You know what I'm saying? I can see if Mike is making up some stuff that nobody knew about and blah, blah, blah. Let's say, for instance, the Horace Grant thing. When Mike said he was telling the guy that wrote the book. Nobody knows for a fact. So that could be made up. You know what I'm saying? I can feel where Horace Grant coming from. You understand? But everything else is documented. But yeah, man, that's just Shy B. My thoughts, Red Cup Chronicles. Honest dialogue every 2 weeks with my boy SK. I got the It's Just My Opinion podcast with my boys Rails up in New York. That's every week on IG, Facebook. We got the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get back to these Red Cup Chronicles. I don't be really motivated to do them, you know what I'm saying? So y'all got to keep me motivated and come on here and talk my stuff, you know what I'm saying? And let y'all know what's on my mind, because I've been getting a lot of requests to do them. So I'm going to start try to stay back at it. But other than that, man, I'm out. I just pulled up the work. Got to go do these 12 hours. I'm going to holler at y'all later. All right.